Let's just get going. There's some jobs still. Once again, that is already the third batch of selectable missions. So they in a sense, really much shaked up the basic formula of Megaman games this far. In a sense that usually there's either one batch of bosses or levels and then the end game, or at least two batches. But in this one, it has been a batch of 4 with level. And level, then it was a batch of 3, and now it's again a batch of 4. So it's 11 selectable stages this far. So let's just start to get going with the energy facility of Qubit Fox Star. Yeah. Of course, Zero can go and investigate well, although it's not so much of investigate, just go there and kill everything around there, and so somebody else who is not as horrifyingly powerful killer of anything and everything can then come and see what the hell is going on. Yeah. And these damn it. And these jumpy whatever bat things are quite, those butterflies just flutter about so fast that they're a bit of distracting. All kinds of nice little goodies. Oh damn it. I still find it quite annoying that the enemies usually in this kind of games do not have kickback or any other that kind of they don't suffer from the same kind of damage that you, or better say annoying difficulty that the player suffers from being hit. They usually don't have any hit stun, which is a bit, you could say, quite expected from the genre, but not the most pleasant thing to have it, because hey, when you can, if the enemies can be made into hit stun, it's much, they are not so frightening, although it is exceptional moments where there's something that some enemies might be able to be hit stunned. I say it would be quite nice of you could say bit of change. Yeah, just avoid all the things and get going. So what is going on here? Some kind of spinny things going about. So Zero's about to chop them up. If this is some sort of mid-boss, it really isn't impressive. Yeah, just hit things until they all go down. Although it might have had some sort of narrative reason, although story elements in Mega Man games usually have not been really big and important, so although I'd say for Mega Man game this one is actually quite heavy, because having quite many, foreshadowings, and of course foreshadowing and some narrative reasons for what's Zero's purpose doing these stages. So yeah, you could say that story-wise this is quite heavy game in Mega Man series, although generally speaking this is not a heavy game in plot, but for Mega Man game this is quite heavy. Yeah, it's something which it just spins around looking. And of course down on the other sides there's all kinds of thing spinning about, causing possibly annoyance. But you can just speed it up. If that was a mid boss, and it was very weak in that. If you wanted to play really nice and avoiding, it would have been a bit more slower and annoying to take down, but not in this case. And this was actually quite a difficult place. Yeah, there's a thingamajiggery over there. So let's just flip on this switch, and it's very important to keep this pushed down. Because these spikes will mutilate Zero very effectively. Yeah. God damn it, you are spewing your flame the wrong direction. I'm gonna make sure that does not happen. Damn it, that was a bit of miss. Whew, that was quite a scary jump. Yep, there's plenty of that kind of things around here to be expected, and I don't know how you might be able to get that thing turned around, so... This level has some tricky bits. But not so much that you cannot... Yeah. Yeah. Annoying little pest things just keep appearing out of nowhere, but chopping them up deals the thing. Yeah, I'm not playing with the most fanciest, efficient way this game is played. Even if I could know it, I most likely wouldn't be playing this. And that broken wall was a bit of a hint that there's something nice there, or something at least worth grabbing. Got that thing apart as well. Yeah, all kinds of things, pests and all that kind of thing. Reach charge your strike and then smash it. Yeah, this is a bit of tricky part. Oh yeah, managed to do that tricky part. Fancy maneuvering is always smart thing to do. Okay, let's shift it around with the intention to... Oh shit. Yep, there's a bit of tricky maneuvers to be done in this place. Actually quite lots of them. So I think I'm gonna go to the cyberspace to just get through the spikes. Because they are dangerous. They are the biggest peril in this place. Not enemies, spikes. Environmental hazards. Enemies usually do not count as really dangerous environmental hazards. They are environmental hazard, yes, but they are not extremely dangerous ones. Yep, I got through that one. Yeah, now I have to switch these around to make it here. Yep, to get through that. Thanks for the cyberspace game. Made spike maneuvering a bit easier. And attempt number 1 at the boss. Ah, she looks classy, or he, whatever. Yeah, so you're a witness. So now I guess I have to kill you now. Was that a man or a woman? In some instances of Japanese media, it's quite difficult to say which one it is. Yeah, and that from all the attacks it can deliver, that flames spinning about is perhaps one of the most dangerous of its maneuvers, because it covers so much of the screen. Again, and it's quite random about when is that gonna do it. Yeah. That person is a Reploid itself. Why it would want to be annihilated? It's real stupid. Double jump chip. That's the best chip and the most, I'd say, most important chip of the entire game as well. It makes maneuvering and everything so much easier that it's quite difficult even to say it. Most likely nothing good, or most likely just because, hey, he can. There's 3 missions left, but I can still say that the basic idea of chain of weaknesses does not apply so much in the Megaman Zero series. But it's time to now head to the gigantic elevator. Yep. That's most likely bad. Because, well, as I would say, that it's quite hard to state that, yes, there's basic of humans and Reploids, and most of the resistance, of course, are made from Reploids, except Seal. But how much of population there actually is in this game? How much humans it lives in Neo Arcadia? Because if they would live something like a $500 million, it would be a lot. Of course, it wouldn't be even nearly as much as people used to most likely live. But still, it would be quite a big amount of population. And if it would be just about, let's say, 10,000, it would be very small amount of population to actually live, of humans being there, and of Reploids it's hard to say that. Yeah, the legal status and all that kind of things are a bit, you could say, they are fuzzy. And yes, now I have from the Foxstar stage, you get the best stuff in the game, double jump. With it, many things in this game become a lot easier. Not all of them, but many things become a lot easier, which is great. Previously difficult jumps are easy jumps. And this stage, it almost feels like that the makers of the game knew that, oh, once you get the double jump, it's gonna be used all the time. And I have no doubt why they figured that out. Because hey, it is absolutely horrifyingly useful ability to have. All that kind of tricky jumps become easy. Yeah, just going downwards. So, but they are digging stuff from underground in this with this giant elevator thing. But well, of course, seeing that some smart person sometimes said that everything humans used is either dug from the ground or grown from the ground. So this it oh damn it! Maybe I should have picked up that. Still keeping going. Oops, I guess I found the giant elevator, which is going down. It's quite big. And it becomes this kind of gauntlet of enemies type of phase of stage. Not the most, you could say, imaginative way to do it, but these kind of things have been stable in gaming since, well, it varies, and of course genres which utilized it are various. And those things just walk about looking silly. Come on. Yeah, but now comes something else. Oh, it looks like a mini boss. But not something that I cannot just tank through quite efficiently with my doubled and extended health bar. Yep. Chopped it about. And more of these waves. Not shit waves, that's a completely different thing. And those things which now show up are dangerous. Not because of the damage they can produce, but because of the fact that they can, when they hit you, they can shove you real far back. Which in this game is really bad, so, especially in this situation where there's a quite big risk of falling off. And those things are just specialized to do that. They're specialized to shove you off. So they should be priority 1 in order of things to kill. All kinds of things happened. But got through the elevator ride without any hassle, and of course there's these new Arcadian soldiers. But I wonder, are they humans or are they Reploids? Because distinction is quite important. Dr. Whale, well, he because, and of course knowing that the Reploids are basically replicated Megaman X based basically sentient robot or sentient artificial human mechanical robot. And if I remember right, there was something. No, there wasn't. At least not there. Somewhere around here there was that kind of thing, but not in here. Oh yeah, damn it, I did miss one. Right, so it's time to go and chop up the boss. Yeah, that's a big, it's a big one. He doesn't appear particularly bright either, but he appears very big and strong. Yep, he spews these kind of balls, which are quite damaging. Although I'd say that their real scariest potential is not so much in the damage they do, but in the fact that oh yeah, and the dog attack is, I'd say, is the scariest one because they're quite unpredictable. Otherwise, he's big and dumb type enemy, and as a matter of big, he certainly delivers that part. And dumb also quite well. But as long as he keeps doing those more easily dodged moves, he dies easily. Yeah, it hurts to be chopped up to pieces by ancient machine of god of destruction. I'm quite certain that it most likely hurts a lot. Absolver body chip. What? It's quite nice. It gives the zero the hit the, you could say, the most intimidating color scheme he has of the generally black. Well, most likely to power up his trump card Omega. That's most likely its purpose. And once again, a new other place. Snow Plains. Oh yeah. I would say if I were this kind of Dr. Whale, I would make sure that my opponents would not get any knowledge about myself, except that what they already know, that he's very evil, and the Sinister looks very evil and most likely is evil. Yeah, and once again the old relic is forced to be the, you know, lead the attack because hey, he's the scariest, meanest fighter around here. That guy, fat bastard, just some sort of huge cactus kind of weird thing. And the background implies that I would be now going beneath the snow, or at least some sort of snowy area, or at least into some sort of bit more deeper location. Yeah, something nice thing to find. And I must really say that in this one it doesn't feel so much more much of reuse of resources, even though they have brought out few bosses from Megaman X, correction 01. But at least in this game they had some sort of plot relevance for why they've been brought back, they appear back, because hey, Dr. Wheel is some sort of futuristic necromancer capable of bringing dead back. So yeah, him doing that isn't so implausible or incredible. It just feels actually quite smart move. Make use of maximum use of what you have. But I still would wonder how in hell people of Neo Arcadia are still able to tolerate him, because hey, the game doesn't really manage to show what kind of things are there happening. So for example, how was the Copy X's leadership or management working? Yes, there was problem. Yeah, and another this kind of it spews out snowballs. And it dies. Quite massively beaten. And this phase Zero is quite much starting to be about as powerful as he's about to get into in this game. Which is to say, a lot. But then again, expecting anything less Zero to be anything else than a completely unstoppable and unkillable robotic badass capable of slicing up his enemies to ribbons very fast and thoroughly. I'd say that in fiction there's only one other character, at least video game fiction, who is should be about as competent at chopping up sentient things. And that sentient thing is Raiden of Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, he is. But then again, his nickname was Jack the Ripper, so yeah. So Zero is would be something like equally dangerous and capable of putting things apart. Which is of course exactly how it should be. Absolutely frighteningly good and dangerous. Yeah, he might be your ally, but you still don't want to be near him when he gets sufficiently active about his doings. Oh, and I can't get back. But if I remember right, this guy was weird to fire, so doesn't appear much. Yeah, appears fat and stocky. And how in hell cactuses have anything to do with cold glaciers? But he is just one of those many big and fat bosses, which are more or less that stuff Zero is made to kill. Especially with the... Oh yeah, Lord Whale is very worthy of being resisted, defied. And got another foot, and got a foot chips. Yeah. Whatever he is planning to do is nothing good. That's obvious. One more mission left with in the sunken library with and well, Voltil Biblio. Of course, you go to the library. Of course, I have to accept it. But this is actually in a sense, well, it's in a sense not. It's a good mission. Interesting that you have to search for knowledge. And mostly because of the elf wars and all those kind of things, which most likely did not do anything good about preservation of documents. It's impossible to say that how much of it was sheer, you could say, bad luck, and how much of it was just deliberately somebody going to the library and breaking down the documentation. And water gets electrocuted periodically, so it's a bit of a... And Zero is quite tough, made out of quite tough stuff, but not that kind of stuff that which could endure electrocuting all the time. And these things you can't kill them, but oh damn. Yeah, there's a risk. Either get spikes to the head or get electrocuted. Or get shocked by electricity, not electrocuted. Electrocuted usually means that somebody was executed using electric chair. But water and electricity usually don't mix well. Data room. Oh yep. 4 matches. Whale, Omega, Dog Elf and Elf Wars. Well, let's see. Dr. Wheel. Yeah, center room. Yeah, it's a bit of a brute strength use in these library rooms. But first I have to get to those soaked archives to be even able to find all the rooms and places. It's a bit of an annoying little thing, but it isn't so bad, as in there's no actual penalty in finding wrong place, except, well, it's gonna take suck up some time. So I'm gonna have to do some skippings just so I can show the right rooms. Found one room about Omega. Yeah, it's something really powerful, and so powerful that they couldn't even kill it. They just threw it into the space. That's powerful, and it's come down. Another room, another data disk. Whale. Yes, these disks provide lots of exposition. banished after causing all that kind of nonsense, especially seeing what kind of numbers were killed during the Elf Wars, most likely by Omega. So why they just didn't kill him with some pointlessly elaborate torture method, but just kill him? That was so dumb to let him live. One more disc. Dark Elf. So basically it allows mind controlling on large scale of Reploids. That's scary. And what's this? Elf Boars. That sounds scary. And you showed up. So you are the librarian of the place. Well, sorry, I came here to get... Yeah, he's... yep. Yeah, it... As I'm very horribly overpowered by boosting myself and using the elemental weakness, I got chop him up real quickly, otherwise this would be a slow fight. Well, actually, Zero in a sense is crazy. Opposing Lord Whale, are you crazy? Not so crazy. Not as crazy as he is. Oh. What are they learning? Well, so seeing what he's been already doing, it ain't anything good. Oh yeah, well that's a good idea. Thank you for saving. Thanks for giving me save time. And maybe actually even continue next time. See ya!